Little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking deep for his tight end Ertz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
They're going to do it consistently here. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Will find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he's out of bounds. Giants almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they pitch it to Eckler. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Now, this is a crew that come out flat their last 2 games, both losses. But just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. They'll go back into the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So that one will be accepted. They'll run it with Bell. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Number 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 6. Complete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
6 yards to go.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. A screen to Bell. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now Eckler. Room here to run. Touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing. Winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On second down now, Pickett. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Giants 7.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
16-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking for cover, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Jordan Jenkins there on the tackle.
On the play, 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On 2nd down, Pickett, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throw left side complete. It's Bell. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Fielded just inside the 20. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return will stop right around the 25. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
The play-action fake. They look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Bell. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
26, Le'Veon Bell, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. So you're stuck with me in this booth. He's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
22 yards there, a first down.
At the 39-yard line.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll get this one to Cuff complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He's taken down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 yards there, first down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Vikings 21. Giants.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now a timeout taken.
New York.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The pass intended for Stephon Diggs. Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and goal.
scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Touchdown, New York.
Zach Ertz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
And we'll see if they can disrupt it here. They'll toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. There's Prescott. On the screen, this is Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Brought down right.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. It's Eckler again. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
And the Giants' 1st down.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and a yard at the Vikings' 33-yard line.
There, complete to 7. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown.
Makes the score.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Prescott. He got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they work this well outfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
7-yard line.
This is a counter play. Eckler, and not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Throwing on second down. Prescott. That'll be complete to Cook. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3.
Vikings 24, Giants 21.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
13 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue. Oh, no, he lost the football. The Giants have it. It's picked up. Down the numbers. There he goes. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown.
Greg Zuerlein lining up for the point after.
So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to... And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 33. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing 7.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Vikings.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And this one's incomplete. Was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and it's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. But he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Going on the ground with Eckler. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
30, Austin Eckler.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Looking to throw on second down. Wheatley. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
And 5.
From the gun, Wheatley. He finds Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
6-yard line.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
On the pickup.
Operating from the gun, Wheatley. Over the middle, it's Sharon Cook. Down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing on first down. Wheatley. Caught by Cup. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at
from the gun. Wheatley escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Wheatley. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Wheatley. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Paris Campbell with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year, because he's able to get his feet wet, right, get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
I feel like we're going to see more and more of this continue to flow into the NFL game, and that is the quarterback run game. Not successful here going for 2, but it's not something that people shy away from totally anymore either.
In particular, do you think more so around the goal line?
I think so. Anytime it's short yardage, anytime you can go ahead and keep the ball in the hands of the quarterback who's athletic, you go ahead and do that rather than risk a handoff or a pitch.
They just couldn't get it done there, though. 2-point try fails. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And a timeout taken.
31.
Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First down, Giants.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Giants.
Touchdown.
Stephon Diggs. 56 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, Wheatley. Catch made here by Campbell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down. From the gun, Wheatley. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 18 more yards there and another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off play action. Wheatley sliding out of the pocket. Campbell making the catch. Past the 20. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. An excellent gain
running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day, they can often flow smoothly as that one.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
That's their own 25-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Off the RPO, he completes it. Space to maneuver at the 40. There he goes, Amari Cooper. And down to the 16-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker. Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot there.
Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Giants, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.